In this podcast, Ben Shapiro discusses a variety of topics, including the current number one song in America, the issue of human migration, and the political landscape leading up to the 2024 election. He also addresses the impact of illegal immigration on American cities and the response from both the Democratic and Republican parties. Shapiro starts by discussing the current number one song in America, Facts, a rap song featuring Tom MacDonald and himself. He explains that the song is likely to make number one on the Billboard charts, despite the industry's attempt to bar artists like Tom MacDonald from the charts. Shapiro humorously points out the media's refusal to acknowledge the joke of him being at the top of the rap charts, which he finds amusing. Shapiro then delves into the issue of human migration, highlighting a video of a migrant mob assaulting police officers near Times Square. He emphasizes that the surge in illegal immigration is causing turmoil in American cities and discusses the impact of illegal immigration on the political landscape. He also mentions the emotional response of Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey to the conversion of a recreation center into a housing facility for illegal immigrants. Shapiro discusses the impact of illegal immigration on the political landscape, citing a Bloomberg Swing States poll that shows 61% of respondents holding President Biden responsible for the increase in migrants crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. He also mentions a Quinnipiac University poll showing Biden leading in a hypothetical general election matchup, but emphasizes that turnout is expected to be lower in the 2024 election. Shapiro discusses the potential border deal and the response from Republicans, highlighting the need for clarity on the contents of the bill before making a decision. He points out that the only person who can bail President Biden out of the situation is Biden himself, and emphasizes the importance of addressing the issue of illegal immigration. Shapiro criticizes Joe Biden's attempts to shore up his marginal base, citing his weak poll numbers and the need to appeal to the radical part of the Democratic Party. He discusses Biden's attempts to buy off Michigan Muslim voters and his missteps in the Middle East, including his conciliatory approach towards Iran and Hamas. Shapiro also highlights the radical left base's influence on Biden's policies, particularly in relation to the Palestinian state and the ceasefire in Gaza. Shapiro discusses the influence of the radical left base on Biden's Middle Eastern policy, particularly in relation to the Palestinian state. He criticizes the Biden administration's consideration of recognizing a Palestinian state, despite the lack of a defined government, territorial border, or popular support. Shapiro argues that the policy is appeasement-oriented and would only strengthen terrorist organizations in the region. He also points out the hypocrisy of prioritizing a Palestinian state over other marginalized groups in the region. Shapiro addresses the legal bias against Elon Musk, citing a Delaware judge's ruling in favor of Tesla investors who sued to challenge Musk's $56 billion pay package. He explains that the pay package was incentive-based and tied to the increase in Tesla's stock valuation and earnings. Shapiro criticizes the judge's decision, arguing that it undermines property rights and the rule of law. He also highlights the risk-laden nature of Musk's pay package and the benefits it brought to Tesla shareholders. Shapiro discusses the social media hearings on the Hill, highlighting the coalition against big tech from both the right and the left. He points out the critiques of big tech from the right, which makes sense in terms of censorship and bias. However, he criticizes the left's critique, which he views as misguided and lacking a clear understanding of the issues. Shapiro emphasizes the need for a balanced approach to regulating big tech and addressing concerns about censorship and free speech.